Absolutely. Okay, Samir, there's another thing that we wanted to discuss, which is what happened with NSE, the National Stock Exchange. It's performed, the performance came through in the week gone by, and it's done better than most of its peers. So Nimesh has put together some data for us. Nimesh, over to you.
So now, better is maybe an understatement because they've done a blockbuster set of numbers. I'll just go to the wall and explain why I'm putting a spotlight on NSE. Though it's not listed yet, but a lot of investors are hoping that NSE will list very, very soon, and that's the hope for a lot of investors. But apart from the listing, let me put out the fact that what reporting numbers they've done for FY23. Let me first put out the Q4 numbers which they reported earlier this week. The operating revenues were up 30% to almost 3,450 crores. The EBITDA grew by almost 25% to 2,500 crores, and the EBITDA margin was close to 74%. That was Q4. But look at FY23, the full year of NSE. In FY23, they've reported a revenue of 11,850 crores, which is a jump of 43%. On a YOY basis. The EBITDA grew by almost 42% to 9,300 crores, and the EBITDA margin was 78% in FY23. It reported an EPS of rupees 148 rupees per share. So that's the FY23 number for you. I just want to put into perspective what this means and what NSE is doing. It's the only major exchange in the world which has reported a growth of 35% both in revenue and in profit for the last 5 years. So it's been a consistent performer for the last 5 years. Now, I just wanted to put this, what it means in terms of perspective. NSE's growth in the last 5 years is 3.5 times of what the global average revenue growth has been. And in terms of profits, it's been 10 times more than what the global average across exchanges has been. So that's the kind of growth which NSE has shown in the last 5 years. Now, there are a few large global exchanges as well who've done really well and reported double-digit growth in revenue and profit. That includes names like London Stock Exchange, Euronext, and Deutsche. These are a few names who've reported double-digit growth. Now, in terms of valuations of NSE, in the unlisted market, the shares of NSE are quoting between 3,000 to 3,200 rupees, which means it's commanding a market cap of close to 1.5 lakh crore, between 1.5 to 1.6 lakh crore. On an FY23 earnings of 148, it is quoting between 20 to 21 times trailing FY23 EPS. Now, let me put this earnings into perspective of what the globally exchanges are trading and where NSE is trading. Look at the CME group. That's trading at a 24 times trailing price to earnings, whereas the 5-year growth is just 6%, and the profit growth is minus 8% for CME. Even if you look at the London Stock Exchange, it's trading at 60 times for a growth of 30% revenue on 5 years and 20% profit growth in 5 years. Hong Kong Stock Exchange is quoting at 36 times for a growth of just 7.5% in the last 5 years and a profit growth of just 6.5%. The average, if you look at the global averages, it's close to 27 times for a 5-year CAGR growth of 10% and a profit growth of just 4%. Vis-a-vis, NSE is trading at 21, 22 times. This is the global picture. Now, even if you look at NSE versus the Indian peers, the 4 listed exchanges, BSE is trading at 33 times for a 5-year CAGR growth of just 10%, and they've done a negative profit growth. In terms of MCX, that's quoting at 48 times for a growth of 5.5% and 2.5%, and IEX is trading at 46 times for a 5-year revenue growth of 14% and a profit growth of 21%. NSE is still trading at 21 times. So that's the whole idea. NSE for the last 5 years has seen massive growth, but still it is trading at just 21 times, trailing earnings. Again, the point is, while it's unlisted, a lot of investors are hoping that NSE will list very soon, and that could be a big trigger for a lot of investors who are holding on to NSE for a very long time.
Okay, Nimesh, thanks a lot for that. So big moves coming in terms of earnings for NSE. Let's do one thing. Let's take a